Welcome to Decades of Horror, the classic era.
How are you faring, my fine strapping babes? A-teethin, are you? Well, you're very sweet and quiet, babes. Not to be shrieking about it.
This is episode 217, recorded November 16th, 2025.
Gruesome Magazine.
Would you have any magic oat cereal there, Chad?
Under the rainbow.
And I hate yes. With little marshmallows. Let's see.
A nice big pot under the rainbow.
You know, that was one of those cereals that I begged for my mom to get it, and then I hated it.
I can't stand them.
Mushrooms and cereal. Ugh.
Mushrooms?
I mean, marshmallows. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, what cereal were you asking for?
Well, that was later in my life.
That's a real magic oat cereal there.
Jeff got an early start on things.
Orange moons, green clovers, not the cereal. It's what I see spinning around me right now.
I am your
Mushrooms,
host, Jeff Mohr. On this podcast, we cover the good, the bad, maybe even the ugly horror films released since the beginning of time through 1969. In each episode, we'll discuss the monster, spirit, psychos, and villains that have haunted movie-going audiences since the dawn of film history. With me this week are my incredible co-hosts, Chad Hunt, co-host on Decades of Horror, the All of Them, film producer, director with Wreak Havoc Productions, and a comic book artist and writer, Chad. It's good to see you.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
Got your Gruesome t-shirt on?
Yeah.
Representing.
I got my brontosaur riding lessons done today. I'm ready to go.
Are you wearing spurs or not? I don't know.
He just kind of goes where he wants to anyway.
Hey, that's true.
Boots out or boots in?
Boots in.
Okay. I'm with you. Also joining us is Daphne, who is awesome, stupendous, and likable as hell. How you doing, Daphne?
Hi, guys. I'm doing great. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see you, too. Also with us is Doc Rotten, the OG, bloodiest, grodiest.
Sure.
Brody's is about right.
It's almost like he's reading it off a piece of paper.
Host in horror. Yes. How you doing, Doc?
I'm doing good, and I'm feeling grody.
Excellent. And last but not least is Bill Mulligan.
The rootinest, tootinest, six-gun shootinest hombre that ever rode the Rio Grande.
Bill Mulligan.
No namby-pamby.
How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing fine. And I write books. Oh, and good news. I just got into another anthology.
Yeah.
Wow, awesome.
I just heard yesterday a film noirish kind of story.
Ooh.
Hard-boiled. Yeah, kind of cool. So no
This is
fantasy
awesome.
elements in this one. Yeah.
Nice.
Is this a product of you having gotten in a few, or are you just submitting a lot more?
I just submit a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I write a lot of scripts, and a lot of them are never going to get made because and then the Space Armada. Okay, so that's ain't ever going to happen. And but I've got all these scripts, and it's like I get authors published. We're looking for an anthology about space armadas. Like, my day has come. So then you take the script and you start adding things like detail and descriptions, and you already got the dialogue. So yeah, it's a film noir, but it's not a detective. It's a kind of a washed up pro wrestler from the 50s. So
Awesome.
Mickey Rourke?
yeah, exactly.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. It's fun.
Yes,
It's fun.
Congratulations.
It's always good to
That's
be
awesome.
appreciated. And then maybe someone will see it and make actual movie out of it. So yeah, maybe all the circle of life, it all comes around.
I did mean to show this before because I got this from
Chicken Inspector.
I got that from Chris Peters.
Have gun will travel. Hey, Paladin.
Actually, my hand shakes too much to hold it still.
Cool.
Shake it. Well, man, I don't want to go after you in a gunfight because
he and his mother were going through his dad's stuff and found this. And she said,
that's awesome.
do you know anybody who would appreciate this? And he sent it to me. I am so thankful.
That's
Very
awesome.
good.
I'm
very
calling
kind.
you out, Shaky Mohr.
That's why my grandkids always wanted to play pickup sticks with me. And I gained the nickname Grandpa Shaky.
Oh,
Wow.
man. Play some Operation, see what happens.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh no, couldn't do it.
Shank out,
Never did it.
shank.
From the
Remove
time I was a
funny
kid,
bone.
I did not. Could not do Operation.
Yeah.
All right. Decades of Horror partners with Play Now Media on their streaming channels. And in fact, Decades of Horror, the classic era, is on 3 of their channels, at least. The classic horror movie channel, the classic sci-fi movie channel, and the Wicked Horror TV channel. And so you can watch us there. We've got our YouTube channel, but you can also watch us on this place, and you can save stuff and subscribe to it and everything. But we do have a promo code for you. It's DOH60, DOH all caps 60, and if you use that code, you will get 20% off your first payment. If you subscribe to the monthly plan, it's $7.99 a month, so you'd get $1.60 off your first month. But if you subscribe to the annual plan, I can't do Irish, so anyway, if you subscribe to the annual plan, 20%, it's $60. 20% off $60 would be $48. It's only $48 to subscribe to one of the channels for a year. Now you can go and watch stuff without subscribing, but you're going to get ads and you're going to miss out on premium stuff. And you can even register so that you can have a favorites list, and it'll remember where you are when you stop and start the movie again later or on a different device. But you'll still get the ads and you'll still be missing premium content. So at any rate, go check them out. Go to playnowmedia.com, hit the ads off the drop-down menu on the right, or apps, and oh my God, you'll look at it and go, how many of these can I sign up for at once? There are so many
Something
different
for everybody.
subgenres. Oh, multiple stuff for most people, I think. But anyway, check them out. They do have some good stuff there. All right. Spoiler alert. We are a spoiler podcast. This movie came out 65 years ago. So
It's older than me.
Go check it out. It's available. And on this podcast, we start by giving some basic details of the film we're covering, follow each of our first impressions of the movie, and then we'll move into a general discussion of whatever trips our trigger. So, dun, dun, dun. Our topic this episode is, surprise, surprise, Dinosaurus. Released in 1960, directed by Irvin S. Yeaworth Jr., from an idea by Jack Harris, with a screenplay written by Dan Weisberg and Gene Yeaworth. But I heard on some of the commentary that it was a combined rewrite by Gene and Irvin, so I'm not sure why his name's not in there. The cast includes Greg Martell, Ward Ramsey, Christina Hansen, Paul Lukather, Alan Roberts, Fred Engelberg, Wayne C. Treadway, Lucita Blaine, Howard Dayton, Jack Younger, and James Logan. And I just figured I'd put them all in there because I'm pretty sure you haven't heard of any of them. But maybe. Production company is Fairview Productions. Filming locations, California studios in Hollywood, St. Croix, amongst the U.S. Virgin Islands and the Caribbean. And the underwater scenes were filmed near Santa Catalina Island off California. Filming dates, approximately, and I'm really guessing here, February. It's at least February, March, and maybe to April 1960. Release dates, June 24th, 1960 for a New Orleans premiere, July 20th, 1960 for LA premiere, and then countrywide August 10th, 1960. The budget, $450,000, and the synopsis. After undersea explosions near a Caribbean island, prehistoric creatures are unleashed on the population. A boy teams up with a Neanderthal and an irritated dinosaur to try to stop the dinosaurs. What? Irritated? Anyway.
Irritated. He teams up with an irritated. Okay.
I guess the Brontosaurus, becomes
He
part
doesn't
of their.
look irritated.
team.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
pretty
I don't
chill.
know. I didn't write it. I just stole it.
Yeah.
And there we have, the bottom picture there is the Neanderthal, the caveman, who's
that was my Uncle Bill.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Looks like him.
Uncle could be.
Looks like he's holding up Christina Hansen's bosom.
It does. It looks like it's like she's half and half on the plate.
Well, and interestingly enough, that glowy-eyed look was when she first set eyes on him.
Oh, well, look at him. He's pretty buff.
And he has a sort of a similar sort of blank stare, but I think Bill's got a picture of that later, but I just couldn't. I'm not trying to insinuate anything here. I just thought it was funny. Those two pictures. Anyway, all right.
Wow, cavemen are perverts.
Well,
yeah.
I'm not going to say anything. I get in so much trouble.
She's lucky he didn't club her over the head and grab her by her hair. And...
I'm a caveman and you're my wife. Yeah.
Well, she did immediately assume. He did immediately assume she was doing the cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Wow, the patriarchy goes way back.
This is Bill's pick. So, what are your first impressions? When did you see this? I mean, what the heck, Bill?
This
movie and dinosaurs.
This movie came out in the year of my birth, prophesizing what was to come. So, one of the earliest stories of me told to me by my parents was that in kindergarten, my mom gets a phone call from the teacher, who is nearly in tears because I, according to her, monopolized the class because she made the huge tactical error of saying, "Is there anyone here who knows anything about dinosaurs?" And indeed there was. So I was obsessed with dinosaurs. I think I learned to read only because that would allow me to read about dinosaurs. I had these books about dinosaurs with these hieroglyphics. And so, yeah, I was really into dinosaurs. I've got a slide here, some of the dinosaur toys that was it. That was my childhood. I loved dinosaurs, everything about dinosaurs. So the plot of this movie is basically the plot I would have given if if I'd been kidnapped by a Hollywood producer and they said, "Give me an idea for a movie." It's like, they find some dinosaurs and they're frozen, but they get hit by lightning and then they come back to life and they fight. And there's a little kid and he gets to ride on one of the dinosaurs. And, I don't know, second breath, put a caveman in there too. Why not? And I love stop motion. This movie's got stop motion. Is it the best stop motion? No. Is it still stop motion dinosaurs? Yes. Did I love this movie? Absolutely. It's colorful. It's got that. It looks like they say it was filmed on island. I think it looked like it was filmed in front of a single coconut tree and they just run around it and pretend it's a different coconut tree. And, but it's got that. It reminds me of The Blob. No surprise. Same people. It's brightly colored, broadly written, we got characters named Lumpy, and there's an Irish guy and he drinks a bit. And there's a greasy, nasty bad guy who is sniveling, cowardly. This is a perfect movie for kids. And I and by kids I mean me now to this day, watching it again a couple days ago on Tubi or wherever it was. And it takes me right back. I remember the sound of the Tyrannosaurus, partly because I'm pretty sure they used it in other TV shows and stuff. It doesn't sound anything like what a dinosaur would sound like, but I've heard it before. And the Brontosaurus, if they had to pick two dinosaurs to put in a movie, those are the two I would want. Now, this funny thing is, 6-year-old me would have been, and I'm sure I was, if there was anyone who was stupid enough to sit with me watching this movie, I probably was spoiling everything. It's like, Tyrannosaurus Rex and Brontosaurus are actually not found at the same time. So, that's the sound of me being strangled, which is what they should have done when I started playing the
Nor
smartphone.
cavemen.
Or cavemen, for that matter, yes. But you know what? I'm not really even sure that the difference between T-Rex and Brontosaurus is not actually greater than the time difference between T-Rex and cavemen. Who knows? Who can say? Doesn't matter. Maybe they were frozen at different times. You don't know. You weren't there. I just love the simplicity of this plot. How do we get the dinosaurs to come back? Electricity. It does everything. Right? Who knows? Who knows what would happen if a frozen dinosaur got hit by a bolt of lightning? Again, were you there? No. They don't waste time.
Did you have a dinosaur to test for the bolt of lightning? No.
So for around this time, I think would have been when my big Christmas present was a large styrofoam, and by large, I mean bigger than me, a styrofoam T-Rex skeleton.
Wow.
Which did not come assembled. Believe me, my dad had to turn into paleontologist dad that night, and he probably wanted to drink more than O'Leary by the time 2 o'clock rolled around. He's still sticking vertebrae, which weren't numbered or lettered or anything. They were just just try to make it look like the cover, because his idiot son would probably figure out, it's like, Dad, you totally got the metatarsal backwards.
It's all up here, son. It's all up here.
Yeah, that's right. He hit me over the head with a T-Rex femur. It wouldn't hurt because of styrofoam, but I had that for that. Bits of that skeleton probably can still be found in my mom's attic. So, okay, this is a total nostalgia pick for me. This takes me right back to watching it on TV on the 4:30 movie or whenever it was. I loved it then. I love it now. It's dumb and stupid and simple, and I love it.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad you picked it, but I do have a question.
Sure.
Since you claimed to have another life as a science teacher,
Other life.
didn't we learn that Brontosaurus didn't exist at some point?
Oh, trust me, I'm not sure if this was at the time. If it were, I'm sure I would have tormented my kindergarten teacher with the knowledge that she was screwing it up and that it was actually a Apatosaurus. And the problem with that is Apatosaurus is a stupid name. And Brontosaurus, literally Latin for thunder lizard, is a great name. And while the scientific consensus is that whoever finds it first gets to name it, and Apatosaurus was named before somebody found another Apatosaurus and called it Brontosaurus, they got the heads mixed up, or who knows what.
Yeah.
Although all that's true, yes. Let's make an exception and go right back to Brontosaurus.
There's still Brontosaurus as far as I'm concerned.
That's right. It's Brontosaurus to me, Dad.
I had a little plastic dinosaur that actually said Brontosaurus on the belly.
As they did in real life.
That's part of it.
Right on.
Plus,
All
Fred
right.
Flintstone never ate a burger named after an Apatosaurus.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. That's a good point. I mean, what better source could you
When you
have?
think of it that way.
Thanks, Bill. And
Delicious
Daphne, how
ribs,
about
though.
you? Have you seen this before?
No, I hadn't seen it before. And I agree, even though it was goofy, it also was charming and a lot of fun to watch. I enjoyed it. I thought that the stop motion wasn't too bad. And I thought that the Brontosaurus actually had a little bit of, I don't know, you could get he felt sweet, even though I'm sure that, he could kill for sure. But I don't know. I thought that it had a little bit of, I don't know. I like the stop motion. I thought it was pretty good.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you, Daphne. Mr. Hunt, had you seen this before?
I had never seen it before. That's my first time seeing it, and I kind of liked it. If I was 8 years old right now, this would be my favorite movie ever made. Period. Because I was the same. I love dinosaurs, dinosaur movies, and monster movies, and that kind of stuff. So this was. It was charming. Like Daphne said, it was a charming movie. It's the characters are all, some of them are a little stereotypical, but some of the humor in it I liked a lot. When the caveman flushed the toilet and comes running out because it scared him and runs right past the camera or whatever. Yeah, that was great. I love that. And some of the characters, I was like, what is that one's name? Dumpy dumper, something like that, and then the island supervisor or whatever that one guy. That's a title if I've ever heard one. You know, he was dressed in his best Dr. Moreau outfit that you can find on that island.
And his name is Hacker. I wonder if he's a good guy or not.
Hacker.
I'm sorry.
But it was a fun movie, and it's cheap, and the dinosaurs don't look like real dinosaurs, and the stop motion. I don't think it was all stop motion though. I think some of them
a lot of puppetry.
look puppets. Yeah. But all in all, I really enjoyed watching this. It was really, really, really good. So.
Excellent.
I thought I'd hate it. I have to admit, I thought I would hate it. I was like, Dinosaurus. What kind of freaking name is that for?
Right?
Because Bill picked it. It's like, would I ever steer you wrong? And the answer is, when do you do Nightmare City? Okay.
All right. Thank you, Chad.
No
Doctor, had you seen this before?
I had not. I had avoided this forever. Sorry, Bill, but I was like, I'm not watching that movie. And then here we go. He picks it, and I'm like, oh crap. I was much like Chad. I was like, I'm not gonna. Holy crap! I had a great time. I enjoyed this movie so much because it was just delightfully stupid and fun, and it was a bit contagious in that way, and I don't know. Especially the more the Neanderthal went into that woman's house, the more fun I had, and then the kid, making friends with the dinosaurs in there, and the caveman as well. Just seemed so, like perfect. It was like this is so much fun. And my favorite scene had to be when the caveman creeped up to the window and the lady was come up to it, and she had the beauty mask on, and they both scream. I was like, oh, that's great. That's perfect slapstick. This is fantastic. It had your good guys. It had a definite bad guy, and there was it worked. It worked. I liked it. I had a good time.
Excellent. So thank you, Doctor.
I got the Blu-ray.
So
Gonna pull it up here in a second.
you gotta love something that almost right at the beginning, we get a woman who faints underwater.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard.
What do you do if a woman faints underwater? You splash some air on her or something?
I don't know.
She's coming out of it. I blew on her face.
Well, and then there's scenes in here I've never seen anywhere else, and I'm wondering, why did nobody else do this before? So there's one. The other one was I absolutely love this when Hacker, the island superintendent, breaks a bottle to use as a weapon, and all he does is cut his hand. I'm like,
why has this never been done before? You're absolutely right. How is it this dopey little kids movie did something that all of them should have done?
And then when Betty and the caveman come face to face, it was just she's like kind of dewy eyed, and he's just and then I think actually the caveman Greg Martel, I think, might have been the best actor in the bunch, or turned out the best performance anyway. I thought he was great. And then where else do you get to see him drag frozen dinosaurs out of the ocean with a crane, with a cable?
Nowhere. That's where else you can see.
So close to dry land.
Yeah.
And the other one was when, yes, the caveman and Julio are riding on the Brontosaurus, which was pretty cool. I gotta admit, I mean, it was just cool. But then when the Tyrannosaurus shows up to attack him, the caveman jumps off the dinosaur to fight the Tyrannosaurus, I guess, or to help the kid escape. But he does like a cowboy movie, because he he slaps the dinosaur before he jumps off to get it galloping to save the kid. I'm just like, oh my God. And then, of course, it's not a steam shovel because it wasn't steam, but the crane, the cable crane fighting the Tyrannosaurus is just genius. I mean,
with that mighty roundhouse at the end.
Oh, at the end, he did.
Spin around and smack him upside the head.
I kept waiting for the guy to go, get away from him, you bitch.
It was like a spin. Yes. Yeah.
They cut
Nice
that
spin
thing. They cut
kick.
that.
Right.
Oh my god.
So anyway, I'm just saying I had a great time. I don't care. I mean, the stop motion was okay. I saw a couple of scenes where I was impressed with how smooth the motion was. They were moving very small increments and it looked very smooth.
It wasn't bad.
And I don't know what else. The kid, the typical kid.
Mm-hmm.
I swear those. I wonder where those first showed up, because where I saw them as a kid, my parents would watch. They had a Saturday night at the movies at home, and my parents would watch them. It'd be like Roman Holiday. It'd be all these European romantic rom-coms kind of, and there'd always be a little Italian kid running around doing stuff for him and wanting money. You know,
no parents.
No parents anywhere. Yeah,
Dr. Jones.
Exactly.
cute character.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know their backstory, because if you did, it'd be like, well, my parents were killed in the war. You know, World War II was pretty recent. I was okay. We're sorry we asked.
All right. Well, I think that's it for first.
Had you seen this before, Jeff?
I had not. I had
Oh,
not.
wow.
And in fact, I don't think I knew anything about it until I got to know Bill, who'd bring it up like once a month.
Yeah.
least.
There you go.
As an
So once
excuse to
I
talk
learned
about
about it-
dinosaurs.
Yeah. Once I learned about it, I held off because I knew Bill would be doing it at some
One day,
point, so.
Bill will be on this show. And
But I was pleasantly surprised. This would be a great movie to show to young kids, I think.
Mhm.
You know,
that's right. There's actually a RavenCon. There's a convention coming up, RavenCon, and one of the panels that I wanted to sign up for was like gateway to horror. What are some of the gateway movies to show people?
I'm big.
Well, we're done with first impressions,
And that means
which means it's now time for taglines with Chad.
You can make me small again.
Played by Chad.
Okay. The taglines for Dinosaurus are as follows.
It's a dinosaur.
Dinosaurs. Alive with thrills. Alive after 70 million years. Alive with thrills that started 1 million years ago.
Well, wait. What happened to 70 million years? There's something changed there.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think this was all part of one big tagline, and Jeff just chopped them up into 3 just to get
the
at
live trilogy.
Well, yeah, we could have put C in front of everyone.
like this one. C. The battle between primeval beast and monster machine, which was the crane.
Yep.
Wasn't really a monster. We're not talking killdozer here.
Yeah.
C. The taming of a giant 60-ton brontosaurus by a small boy. And also see what happens when a prehistoric man meets a modern girl.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Lots of molesting. Today's most astounding adventure that started 1 million years ago. After 70 million years.
Go.
And that's
your damn tagline.
been taglines with Chad.
Chad's our hero, cool and rad. With him reading taglines, they can't be that bad.
You know, all credit to Crystal for that, but I really, really don't feel like a hero after reading taglines.
Oh no, you are.
You're a
Actually,
hero.
Yeah, every single one of us is going, thank God for
Yeah,
Chad.
that's right.
yeah,
Thank you,
thank
Dan.
God I don't have to read it. It's what you guys
That's
are
right.
thinking.
That's right.
Okay.
When you're not here, like whenever you have one of your absences, Jeff just like throws a broken pool stick on the floor, and two of us have to fight to the death over who has to do the tagline.
Oh, brother. You guys are sicker than I thought.
All right. Well, here's some posters. Bill gathered some stuff together.
Boy,
And wow, is there a lot of
take
posters.
my money. Look at this.
Great poster.
Yeah.
Live with It is. It is. CinemaScope. That's another big deal. They did this in CinemaScope. CinemaScope, 2.35 to 1.
For those who are just listening, we have against a background of a blood red sky, we have a ferocious T-Rex. He's got a girl in one of his tiny little T-Rex arms, and his white teeth flashing, and he's against a terrifying looking brontosaurus who's got a caveman with an axe on his back, riding on his back like right on silver. And
That's
And
a
a
girl.
10-year-old.
I thought that was like slobber.
Yeah. It's a T-Rex with slobber in the shape of a girl in one hand.
That kind of looks like more like the Loch Ness monster than a brontosaurus.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
other great scenes. Which is
More great scenes.
another great scene is the people on the bus
Yeah.
Ducking down.
screaming. The Tyrannosaurus steps on him, squashes the bus, and the screaming doesn't change at all. It just keeps
Yeah.
going. I'm like, wait a minute. There should have been like a little,
Yeah. Maybe a few less screams.
Anyway.
Which one is Dinosaurus, though? That's what I'm.
Wow.
They both are.
That's the plural of dinosaurs.
Well, there
Dinosaur.
really was. I thought I read there really was something called Dinosaurus, but it got somebody named was it a brontosaurus type animal like in the late 1800s, sometime in the 1800s, named it Dinosaurus, but then later on found out that like 30 years before that somebody had named something else Dinosaurus, which had nothing to do with dinosaurs. But
Oh,
that,
interesting.
that got to go first.
Well,
that had
So if anyone's interested, go explore the history, the Bone Wars, which were these two paleontologists, just a couple of guys with a lot of dynamite and the ability to hold a grudge, who were the first people to dig up a lot of these bones. And they got into this huge rivalry. Probably started out a little friendly, but then it got really nasty. Then they started blowing up each other's like excavation sites, and it got really bad. It's a great story, though. Someone's got to make a movie out of that.
Well, if you ever get a chance, you got to go to Dinosaur National Monument in western Colorado, which is where a huge finding of dinosaur bones was, and they've left a bunch of them
Oh wow!
embedded. There's like a whole wall of them embedded in the rock and stuff that you could see. Plus, there's other ones where they put them together, etc. I think it's just outside Grand Junction, Colorado.
Or you can come with me to the Pee-wee, the place where Pee-wee sat and watch the sunrise with his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or
Let's
You
go.
could
Road trip.
At
you could go to
Dinosaur
the-
Park.
you could go to the opening of a new Sinclair station. And you'd have
Oh,
a
right.
big
Yeah.
green
Oh,
plastic
Sinclair.
dinosaur, yeah. All right. And another poster. And this one is, I believe that tagline on the top is Italian. And I didn't bother translating it because it looks like it just says something for a million years. Yeah. Alive in a million years. Or something like that. So, but I like this one.
It is good.
It's very.
It is
potent.
good. Of course, the red dress is in front,
Of course.
but it's awesome.
In shreds.
I love
yeah.
all the colors.
It looks like Devil Dinosaur.
He does look
Oh
like.
my gosh. I thought about that in a long time.
Mm.
Yes.
We didn't see that much cleavage, even when she stripped her
No.
clothes off and had her swimsuit on.
Wow. Oh,
anyway.
those Italians.
Universal International. I like that one. I
Yeah.
don't know why. It's something about the green border and those
Mhm.
There's not a bad poster in this bunch.
vivid colors. And they did keep the same sort of font type. Did you notice how at the opening of the movie, there was exactly the right number of notes in the fanfare to get each letter of the
D-I-N. Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah.
scaling up.
And I swear the music sounded, I know this came before Jaws, but it reminded me of Jaws.
Hmm.
You know, when she's swimming around and stuff. I thought that was cool.
Yes.
This looks like one of those paperback or those kids. What do they call them? My Big Little Book of Dinosaurus.
Kind of.
Made out of cardboard, you know, and you open them up each page.
Yeah. The board books.
Yeah.
Evil T-Rex.
Caveman's getting eaten.
Anyway, that's a nice one too. Red border with a. They've all used something different. Now this there we go. A little different.
Titanosaurus.
That looks like a cross between the Brontosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus. There.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Maybe there's a cut scene we missed.
And then we also noticed. So I don't know. Apparently, what's going on here? There are multiple of these.
Yeah. There's more of those. I'm going to keep calling them steam shovels because I think of Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel. But there's more of them, and they're really scary looking. They're you look like
they
how they put these big long. I don't know what
teeth.
Those are. Teeth.
They got bigger teeth than the dinosaur.
And then we got one of those giant swivel cranes, or like derrick boom cranes. I'm not exactly sure what the proper terminology is for. And this one is apparently French or something. 2 colors. Leurs.
The one at the top corner is a lizard dragon crane. Dragon as in DRAGGING. But these things are incredibly hard to operate, apparently, because that son of a bitch was in that thing just going. It looked like he was fighting for his life, and it just goes.
You got levers to swivel, right?
Yeah.
You got levers to raise that big boom up and down, and you got levers to make that intermediate part.
That's a lot of levers there, Jeff.
And then you'd have a lever.
He was pulling every one of them as fast as he
drop
could.
the bottom of the shovel thing. Oh yeah,
if I was in that, I'd be looking like I'm playing a Capcom game. Just mash buttons until something happens. You know?
Left, right, up, down, up, down.
Okay. So I one of my jobs, I drove an 8-ton hydraulic mobile crane around, and that's what you did to make it fun. You know, you worked all the levers at once and tried to keep the load lever as you moved and swung and tilted and raised and lowered and everything.
No one's ever been foolish enough to give me that responsibility.
He only killed 13 people.
It was fun.
He kept the number under.
Now this one,
I swear that is Mike Mulligan's steam shovel. It's got a little face and kind of an underbite.
I like this one.
Yeah, the colors.
Well, that I thought I looked that up, but now I don't. Les Monsters. Yeah. So that's
more women on this poster.
Monstra del Il en Feu.
Il en Feu.
Monsters of the Burning Island.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
Well, yeah, the island was on fire.
They did burn the moat there. Yeah.
Fire.
Bright color. Wow, they just really went all out.
Purple, man.
Give me the purple.
Violet or whatever.
Yeah.
And then here we get into some. Well, it's not really Picasso yet, but
We're getting a little fancy.
Interesting.
Murder sore.
Interesting.
I do like that.
Yeah, and that's killer dinosaurs.
Murder sword.
You only get to use red, green, and yellow. Oh, fucking fine.
I'm feeling fun.
So everyone who was given the job of doing the posters knew how this movie buttered its bread. It was the big battle at the end between the dinosaur and the machine.
Yes.
The monster machine.
Yeah.
Which is what Mordor Saurier actually stands.
Well, they knew it wasn't a steam shovel either, but they didn't know what to call it, so they called it The Monster Machine. All right, and then we have Dinosaurus. This is like
I believe this is the one that was also on the comic book cover. The
Oh,
Dell
shoot.
Bang.
There was a comic book.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like this poster too. I like the dark colors.
It is a comic book cover, but I don't. It's a little bit darker. Here's the one I found. Dell.
Yep.
Cool.
It's the
Still
same
10 cents.
in 1960. Yeah.
Still 10 cents.
Yeah, look at them. At least they're running away from the
Yeah.
dinosaur.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got some sense in their heads.
The Monster Machine's not faring very well in this.
No. But the likeness
This is
there.
just what we had before. Yeah, it's the same drawing,
Mm-hmm.
just more colors. Oh, and
There we
there's
are.
the
Look at that.
motor dinosaur.
Murdosaur.
And he's
Oh,
whipping
look at the
his-
airplanes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. That
Where
would have
were they?
been one. That's
Airplanes Where were they?
Look at the couple in the front. How many? I swear they just cut and paste the same couple. The girl's running in high heels.
Running, bent over. Their arms are outstretched.
Oh.
Oh.
Usually there's a guy whose hat is flying off. We don't have that.
All right. And that's it for the posters.
Some good. I'd put any of these on my wall.
Yeah, I like this one.
Very cool. There aren't any pictures of Julio, or is that Julio down on the bottom, or is that just some guy
That's
bending
probably
over?
Julio's
Is that
down by the
Neanderthal?
schoolyard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's down by the schoolyard.
Down by the schoolyard.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want. I hope at some point in my life I do find a new dinosaur species, and I'm going to call it Murdersaurus.
That would be
I hope
awesome.
he's not a gentle plant eater, because then it would just be sad and ironic. But
He murders those plants.
But I'm a friendly Saurus.
as people
Yeah,
have pointed out, whenever they do these
so.
movies, the Triceratops and the Brontosaurus are always gentle and cool, and the ones you got to watch out for are the T-Rex. Whereas if you go to Africa right now, you're more likely to be killed by a hippo or a water buffalo or a rhinoceros. Gentle plant eaters, all of them. They're territorial and mean as sin.
Yeah, they have anger issues.
Yeah, they really do.
Who is bringing a pig hunting contraption to a dinosaur fight?
Well,
It looks like one of those swamp buggies that
yeah, right.
guys from Okeechobee go pig hunting. And,
All right.
Boar hunting.
Mhm.
Well, and then Bill mentioned
Toys. He said toys.
toys.
Toys. I love these things.
Oh,
I'm
I
pretty
forget
sure I had that
the name of the company that made them, and every year they came out with the same ones, just different colors.
They sell them in
I-
giant tubes now.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
and sometimes they, like the prehistoric scene, they would just mix and match them all together. You got a couple of plastic rocks, but the main thing is you had the dinosaurs. And I realize any young person of today looking at this would be like, the 60s were lame, and I'm like, you're lame. These were great. All right,
I
Yeah.
had
you use your imagination.
we got instead of the full big sets like that, we got into the individual bigger ones. So
Mhm.
we had probably, I don't know, a dozen that were like I don't know, 7 inches tall, something like that.
Yeah,
It seemed like
yeah.
they were bigger than that or long. And we had all the ones I could think of, including saber-toothed tiger, which I'm sure wasn't there at the same
Right.
time, but you could
Right.
get that one. And then we had army men that were the
Uh-huh.
same size, and they
Ooh,
were
yes.
you could get Americans, and we had a bunch of Japanese for some reason. I
Mhm.
don't know why. And we'd leave them out in the yard, and then my dad would run over 'em with a lawnmower.
Yeah.
So they were the ones that got put in the field hospital. That's the guy with his leg cut off. Or
Yeah. Or
uh,
just mix them in with the dinosaurs, which is kind of realistic when you think about it.
and then I got it. I can't stop now. We had a train set, not an HO train set, the next bigger size, and it had like a flatbed car, and then a car that had sides on it, and then a box car, I think. And we stacked all that stuff, stood them up on the train and the box car on the flat car, and ran the train around. And then we got at the other end of the basement and shot them with a BB gun.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a blanket hanging so the BBs wouldn't go ricocheting around the basement.
That was thoughtful.
Son of a gun, if those BBs didn't leave little wounds on them, if sometimes there'd be little gouges in the plastic, and you'd be
dense.
just doing our dinosaur.
You hurt the things you love. I suspect all of these. I mean, there may be bits and pieces in my parents' house. They fall victim to the occasional gnawing pet or something.
Yeah.
Years of entertainment value out of these.
My son has a collection of them, and he knows the names of every single dinosaur. And I'll say, "What's this?" And he'll say, "Oh, that's a brontosaurus." And I'll go, "Oh, okay, I'll take your word for it because I have no idea."
Yeah.
If it's not a tyrannosaurus or something, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But he could tell you the names of every one of them.
Stegosaurus, you know what a stegosaurus.
All right. Well,
yeah, I do.
That's a trip to when Jeffy was 5. Let's go with Jack Harris, the producer, whose idea this whole thing was.
Look at all the cool stuff this guy did. And the influence. I mean, so we got John Landis, John Carpenter, the Equinox folks who went on to bigger and better things. John Carpenter again, his script for Eyes of Lower Mars. He didn't make a lot of movies, but I'd say he was pretty influential, and certainly The Blob is in anyone's top 10 of 50s movie monsters. Yeah, just seemed like a cool guy.
4D Man is kind of a fun idea too.
Yeah, we'll have to do that one sometime. There's only one stinker in this whole bunch. I'm sorry, beware the Blob, but
but that's a fun stinker.
Yeah,
it's so.
It is what it is. But you take him out of the picture. I mean, Schlock, I think, was John Landis's first movie, and Dark Star was John Carpenter's. I mean, those are take those folks out of the equation, we lose all the great stuff that John Carpenter did. We lose American Werewolf in London. If Equinox hadn't sold, those folks might have gone on to do other things and not become the special effects artists who later worked on Star Wars and everything. So this guy deserves a definite shout out and a special place in our hearts.
Steve McQueen and The Blob.
Yeah, well, apparently he was a bit like William Castle, that he would kind of do marketing gimmicks. And I can't remember what that guy told me. I was listening to it. And he was talking about what they did for the Blob and for 4D Man. But then for Dinosaurus, all they did like they had special library cards to get kids interested in reading about dinosaurs in school, or a coloring contest, or a maze placemat. You know how you get those placemats in the restaurants with the that's the only thing that I could find that they meant.
Dinosaurs sell themselves. You don't need to corral.
That's probably the deal. Well, the director then is Irvin Yeworth Jr.
And we see some crossover here because he did 4D Man and The Blob. And this movie does remind me of The Blob in terms of the bright colors and sets, and just it's got that look. I've never seen these others, Flaming Teenage and Way Out. And if I remember correctly, and I may be wrong about this, I believe this director later, like, he became a born-again Christian and did kind of segued into a lot of religious films. So he got out of the Hollywood rat race.
And I think we talked about him when we did The Blob, but everybody called him Shorty. And when I looked it up, his real name is Irvin, and the S stands for Shortess. Like short ESS. And so everybody called him Shorty, apparently. And he was killed in an automobile accident in Jordan in 2004.
Oh,
Interesting. But anyway, so yeah, they had a thing together. So I have a pop quiz for you. So Jack Harris, Irvin Yeaworth did 3 movies together: The Blob, 4D Man, and Dinosaurus. And what was common for all 3 of them?
I'd be stumped.
Oh, did they all end with the question mark?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That top one is the end of The Blob, where they've dropped the parachuted it into the Arctic. What about global warming? Okay, and then the 4D man, he disappears into that wall. He gets stuck in that wall, I think. And then this is the one from Dinosaurus on the bottom. So
I guess
they all had the end, and then the end just swirled into
or is it
a question mark. Yeah. And none of them have a sequel. Well,
So-
the Blob has a
the
sequel.
Blob
I
did,
take that
yeah.
back. Yeah, the Blob has a sequel. All right. I just found.
I like to see some movie, modern Hollywood filmmaker do that. Just have the end and then morph it into a question mark, and it for no reason whatsoever. It's like
Like Schindler's List.
Schindler's List. Yeah, and, oh my God, you're funny. That's good.
All right. Well, getting back on track, was it? I mean, do you guys notice anything about this that was, that you could owe to the like a Jack Harris style or a Irvin Yeaworth style in terms of directing or producing?
Again, it reminds me of The Blob. We're not talking a lot of camera movement. There's people coming into the scene, people leaving the scene. The colors are bright. Everything's well lit, which I really appreciate. Someone, and I posted on Facebook because it just hit home. They're like, listen, if you're going to shoot a movie, light it so we can see what's going on. And it's like, don't worry about where the light comes from. It comes from the same place that the music does. Okay. The magic land of making it visible and entertaining. Just it's like you're telling a story, and in your story, I can see in the dark. All right. It's got 3-point lighting, even if it takes place in the woods. So
Well,
yes, I appreciate his style. I could see everything.
So Irvin Yeaworth and Gene Yeaworth's son Chris does the commentary on the Blu-ray. Yes, I bought it.
He wasn't going to say it earlier.
And it's pretty interesting. Although he was like 8 or 10 or something when this was made, so he didn't remember.
Oh, he must have thought his dad was the greatest person on earth.
Oh, he did. He got him big kudos too. But he did say that they paid roughly $100,000 for the special effects. The overall budget was $450,000 or $1,000.
So a good chunk of that.
Somebody said 400,000 at another place, but anyway, and they had a good, that underwater photography was some of the better underwater photography I've seen. I mean, it was very good. And also the Chris Yeaworth just kept talking about it. It was the first time he'd seen this Blu-ray, and he just kept talking about how great it looked. He just kept going, "Oh my God, I can't believe how good this looks." And it does. The colors are very bright, very clear. It's just surprisingly well looking, good looking compared to, I guess I sort of assumed it wouldn't have the best stock to work from, maybe. But anyway. All right. So our lead actor, I guess. The guy on the left is Wade Ramsey, the guy who seemed to always be too hot.
He should take his shirt off like the other guy.
Is Luke Acather or something. And this was like, I think he had worked on another movie they did, and he just said, "Hey, you want to play this part?
Can I take my shirt off?" Then yes.
Well, to be fair, I think he just came out of the water in the shot.
well in that one, but he doesn't. But he's like his shirt's like half open all the time.
And look, if I was ripped like that, I'd be walking around my shirt off too. Like Mr. Mulligan, you're teaching school. Put on a shirt for God's sake.
So he actually has many Christmas. He's got a fair amount of credits. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I was thinking I wanted to get back to it.
He was the doctor in Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
Yes. Did a Man from U.N.C.L.E., a couple Bonanzas, 3 episodes of Perry Mason. This is Wade Ramsey, not this is Luke Acather. Paul Acather. Why do I keep saying Luke? Paul.
I feel like shirtless guy wasn't really given a lot to do here, and I don't know. Maybe they had to trim things for more dinosaur footage, in which case, good call. But it felt like he and the woman that greasy McMean face there was abusing. That they had some connection, but it just felt like, why are you there? But
when I was doing some research, there was another character that was supposed to be kind of a villain. I'm trying to look up his name that I think got completely cut out. And so I looked into it, and I watched the one that was on YouTube. And it said that because it was often shown on TV, they edited out things that so maybe they cut out some of that guys. Yeah, there was a character called Julius.
Hmm.
And he's supposed to be at the harbor construction site. He's looking for stuff to do, and
oh, okay.
It's a character. I was like, I don't know who's Julius.
Yeah. Oh, watching it now as when I was a child, when the dinosaurs aren't on the screen, I'm kind of zoning out. Although the villain, not with the villain was actually memorably awful.
Mm-hmm.
And he had that very Disney-esque quality of having stupid henchmen. Nothing. I always enjoy that. The dumb as stumps.
Okay, one was caught by the sailor man.
Yes. The one named Jasper, the taller one. I kept thinking he looks like a cross between a tall Michael J. Pollard and Popeye. He just had this.
Oh my God.
Oh.
And then the other guy whose name is Mousy.
Mousy, yeah, because he's a little weasel.
And he says a few mousy things. Well, this Paul Lukather, I can't get it straightened out. Paul Lukather, he did stuff up through like 2008 and really got into voice acting for games and some other stuff. So cool for him. The other guy, Ward Ramsey, on the left there, I assume, it seems to me like I read that he was one of the Marlboro men for a period of time.
So he's probably no longer with us.
Well, this was 65 years ago. Whoa, he died in 1984 at the age of 60. So, but he was in, he's in Cape Fear. I don't know what he did, but and he served in the Marines for a long time.
Thank you for your service, sir.
42 to 46. Police officer in Helena.
I mean, he was fine. You didn't have a whole lot to do. And the script, the only part of this movie I don't like is at the very, very end when, little Julio is sad because why did the caveman have to die? And, I mean, there's a million ways you could have approached this with the kid. He died saving us and then had to die. And the guy's basically like, he was kind of out of place, didn't really fit in with the neighborhood. Probably it was for the best, How would you like it if you woke up one day in a different time? I'd like it very much. Well, one day you will. I'm like, wow, this is the worst talk about death I have
no kidding.
in my life.
Any day on this side of the dirt is a good day. I want to live that.
That's right. That's
I
right.
might be out of time, but I want to live in that time.
What are you saying, sir? It's like if that happens to me, I would rather be crushed to death by a bunch of rocks in a cave.
Yes. That's it. I would
Okay.
rather die than
Hey,
live
remind
on
me
in
never
this
to ask
world.
you anything ever again.
You didn't really like him, did you, Julio?
Yeah.
This was Ward Ramsey's first movie.
Oh.
I think he did pretty. I mean, wasn't bad.
Yeah,
But I think he did pretty good.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was fine.
Which one is he now?
He's
These are shirts, not skins.
Oh, shirtless exposition guy.
He's obviously.
Hey, there's
a
another blast from the '60s for the kids watching this. So shirts and skins. Listen, we couldn't afford uniforms or anything, so we had to play some kind of team competitive game. One side took their shirts off. This is all guys, sorry, and and that would be shirts versus skins, and then you begin to realize, man, skins really gets eaten alive by mosquitoes because they just outlawed DET, and these things were coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, and you reach out to tackle somebody, and your hands just slide down their greasy,
just
sweaty.
Yeah.
I think maybe Wade was just, was kind of hairless chested, so he was embarrassed to take his shirt off in front of
Yeah.
the other guy.
Meanwhile, the other guy's got
don't
more hair
know.
than the caveman.
Yeah. All right. Then the and that's Hacker there, but we got another slide with him.
Yeah. Ba boom.
And there is Christina.
I liked her.
I liked her a lot.
Fire.
Yeah.
She's a firecracker.
Christina
She's got class
Hansen.
and moxie.
Mhm.
Spunk.
Yeah.
Well, I found. So, what did you guys notice? There's a one shot where Dumpy they're in the house, and I think Dumpy says, or she tells Dumpy to go do something, or he says, "I'm going to go do something," and he turns around and walks away, and then she just looks at him and kind of shakes her head and walks the other way. And I was kind of like, did he forget his line when he was leaving, or did the timing just a little bit off in that scene?
Oh, Dumpy. That's so Dumpy.
That would have been a funny
I didn't
thing.
notice that.
The greatest, one of the greatest hitters in baseball now is called the Big Dump.
The Big Dump.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder what he did that earned him the name Dumpy.
Yeah, there's a story.
Yeah.
I mean, they're leaving big chunks of story out that I would be interested to hear.
He was he worked so hard to please Bart. He'd just run up and tell him something. Bart say, "Okay, go do that." He'd go, "Yay, I get something to do."
Ooh, this is Dumpy's time to shine.
He was played by Ward Ramsey, or no, I'm sorry, he was played by Jiminy Christmas.
Wayne C. Treadway.
That's the one.
What Wayne C. Treadway? That should have been the name of the character. That's a great name.
Unlike Dumpy.
Yeah.
The C stands for Dumpy.
It's a long story. You want to hear it now?
See, that's how we spell it too. C is in Dumpy.
Yes.
How did you get that name? It's embarrassing.
Yeah. He fell out of a steam engine a few times, hit his head.
She
was good.
I mean, he did drive. Didn't he drive the thing? So he was dumping. So he was dumping.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe.
never mind.
No,
Never mind.
Well, maybe.
Keep going. Next.
But Ward drove it when it was important.
They don't call him Dumpy.
We're not going to put Dumpy on that scene.
He has 19 credits. None of them particularly.
We jumped to Dumpy now. We're not.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Mr. Treadway. We don't have
it was on his resume. Even.
Christina,
I attended Juilliard, and
she was very fresh.
12 years experience in dumping.
Dumping.
Sorry, Jeff.
Christina Hansen was very fresh. She just seemed.
Mm-hmm.
She only worked for 2 years and made 4 things. So.
Yeah.
And she got snapped up by some guys. I'll take you away from all this. I liked her. I mean, okay, she's got a bad introduction. I mean, we're blowing stuff up and you're just going to come in here and they're like, wave the flag at her. And she's like, Hey, everyone. No, dynamite. Just,
Yeah.
Well, here's an interesting thing. In when she was 19, she was crowned Miss Tarzana in May of 1958. The jury included film stars William Bendix, who also served as honorary mayor of Tarzana, as well as television actors Bob Crane and Chuck Connors.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez. I bet.
I don't know about Chuck Connors, but Bob Crane.
I know some Bob Crane stories.
Yeah.
I think I know why she was.
And it says here she was a 6th grade teacher, so that's apparently what she
good
did.
for her.
She got away from this.
Yeah. Oh man, if my 6th grade teacher had been in Dinosaurus, I would have flunked 6th grade 5 or 6 times just to stay in that class.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, yeah. And there she is with Julio. Her and Julio there by the. Now, did you notice that fortress, the thing that they were getting in? Do you know what that really was on the island?
Oh.
That was a fortress that they used to. Apparently, a lot of these islands had them to be safe from pirates.
Cool.
It was a really serious issue.
In the Caribbean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Caribbean.
That's pretty cool.
Which is apparently why they show up in every romantic tale of people lost on islands in the Caribbean. All right. So now we have young Mr. Julio, played by Alan Roberts.
Who is not as annoying as most of these kids in these movies usually are.
Very
Because everything he
optimistic.
did is what I would do, including like throw rocks at a Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is really stupid, but yeah, you know.
He was a star of the
Absolutely.
show, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. Yes.
I still say the caveman really wanted to eat him.
Veal.
I was hungry.
You know what, son? You look delicious.
Mhm.
Come with me.
Well, how does she end up knocked out? Christina or Betty was laying on that mat when she woke up to the Neanderthal.
Because he hit the T-Rex in the toe and he dropped
that's
it
right.
and he caught her.
Yeah.
Superman.
That was a cool scene too. That's another one of those scenes. I just go, where else do you get to see a guy bury an axe in a T-Rex's ankle or foot or toe, and then was perfectly positioned to catch the girl that he drops from his tiny little arm.
The tiny little T-Rex hands. And she's completely unmarred by it.
I
wanted
thought
to see how they got
the
that.
caveman was the star of the show. I don't know.
Yeah, he is good
I
too.
thought he was great.
How they got on that Brontosaurus, nobody knows. But
So,
somehow.
Well,
It's totally out of
got
nowhere.
off. They slid down
There's a
the path.
Brontosaurus. He's walking around. Next thing you know, like, where's Julio? Where's the caveman? And we see a Brontosaurus go by and they're riding it. And just like, what?
Yabba dabba doo.
yes,
Yep. They climbed up the.
I think I heard a little of that
So
sound effect.
funny.
Starting to run, you know. I don't know how much stuff did he do. Other
I
than
don't think he did a lot.
He had 19 roles.
Look, there's nowhere to go but down after Dinosaurus. So
bunch of TV episodes. The Texan, yay! I have to look that one up.
Yep. Dinosaurus was not his first role.
Hmm.
He'd been working for 3 years. He was a veteran by then.
wow.
3 years.
Wow, Playhouse Night, The Space Children.
Oh, Jack Arnold, Space Children. Yeah.
Yep. By 65, he was out. He said, no more.
Leave It to Beaver. Rawhide, Ben Casey. Does it say anything about him? Oh, woofy.
Hmm?
He also died at the age of 60,
Oh,
2008. Well,
What
now
other
this is
movie about
interesting.
dinosaurs are you going to get a pie fight?
Just hold on.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The pie fight. I mean, there were
Yes.
so many things in here where you just go,
Yeah.
wow, all these cool things in one movie. The pie fight. Yes. But first, Alan Roberts' wife's name was Antoinette Marie Costello.
Was she related to
I
either
don't-
Marie Antoinette or Lou
Lou
Costello?
Lou Costello, I don't know.
Maybe.
I just thought it's just
The
Came
dinosaur.
I'm just
Well, come back next week, folks. For
he became a truck driver, retiring in 1996. Okay, so he
I
got
thought
some,
he did
got
good.
some time off.
He
Yes,
was
he did.
great. He was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Great in it.
So,
Yeah.
so optimistic. He was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, had that kid courage too, where he was
Right.
like talking to his he got stuck with that guy as his guardian.
Hacker.
You
Yeah.
know, and-
Yeah,
Yeah.
But he didn't come off as irritating, like
no,
No.
or like a
No.
little smart ass, like
One of the things I liked
Yeah.
about him also, his attitude to the fact that there's dinosaurs now walking around the island, excited, but not as surprised as you would think. And quite frankly, if I were walking through the woods, as I often did in my childhood in upstate New York, and I found a dinosaur, I would be happy and thrilled, but I would not be shocked, as I should be. Because I really thought that was a distinct possibility. I was going to find a dinosaur at some point in my life, and it sadly never happened.
It's not done yet. You don't.
It's not done yet,
That's
but
true.
you know, maybe I need to walk around some more woods.
Maybe you need to go to Caribbean.
Don't you watch those Jurassic movies?
Yeah, well, those
There's
usually
people
end
out there.
pretty
They're
badly.
cloning them. They're cloning.
Yeah, they're
them.
cloning them.
That's real. That stuff's real.
Good.
I saw it on the Q page. All right. Alan Roberts and the caveman then. Greg Martel.
Yeah.
That's the look. That look on his face was the look when he's looking at
Just everything.
Betty. And Betty's looking at him like,
Oh.
wow.
Although honestly, I think he was more interested in her dress.
Well, he did try some
He did try on
clothes
the
on
dress.
back in the house.
I think he was going,
Yeah.
man, maybe with a little Worcestershire sauce and pepper.
She's
Little
got
tenderizing.
kind of a weak eyebrow and forehead. Anyway, I thought he did great. I mean, just
Mhm.
most of the stuff that he did, I could like follow and didn't think it was hokey. I don't understand what this is. I'm playing with it. And hey, I have a question. Whatever happened to
Try
wax?
eat the book.
Whatever happened to wax fruit?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Wax, yeah.
It's just
And he
not a
kept
thing
trying to.
anymore.
Maybe this grape will be good.
Yeah. So that, the glass.
The
Finally got a
mirror.
banana though,
Mhm.
so he just had.
I like where he's going through the different tools. Like, oh, this would be good. Whoa, this is way. Whoa, look at this one. I'm in caveman heaven.
Hey, look at this! I could twirl a bat and a hatchet at the same
Yeah.
time.
Although the toilet flush was probably the best.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, that was
Well, that-
I laughed out loud at that. That was pretty funny.
Oh, there was several times I was laughing out loud.
Oh, when they both screamed at the window got me. That
I
was,
know.
I died. I said, of course.
With the
not.
face mask and
Yes,
everything.
yes,
It
that was too. Because
the-
he runs
the
over
house
and
coat,
dives. He
everything.
dives over the
He
bush.
does. He dives into the bushes, and then she runs out of the house and runs
Yeah.
screaming down the
Most of the
so
reviews I've
funny.
read of this, if they have any criticisms, like too much time is spent on silly slapstick with the caveman. It's like, who hurt you that you
Yeah.
don't enjoy this? Come on.
All right, and then finally, Hacker
Spoon.
Fred Engelberg.
Who, as it turns out, was a bit of a songwriter himself and cut an album. But in this movie, he's just a hateful guy. He's just a stereotypical hateful island boss with stupid minions and
Moreau.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he has the hat, the suit, white
The linen
suit. everything.
Yeah.
And his big moment is when he breaks. I'm glad you mentioned that, Jeff, because when I saw that, I had forgotten all about that. And I'm watching this and I just about fell off my chair. It's like, yes, that is exactly what happens in real life. If you think, you're going to smash it like I'm Ernest Borgnine, I'm going to smash this wine bottle and use the jagged edges. And really, you're just picking jagged edges out of your hand and everyone's laughing at you. And you're way less likely to beat the guy up than you did before because now you got only one useful hand. Great scene.
He ended up he ran a motel in Desert Hot Springs, California.
Music career never took off.
The songs of Fred Engelbart.
I don't know. There's probably more about him someplace else. It certainly isn't in. Where'd you find out about that? The music there, Bill?
I looked up his name with Dinosaurus, and that's one of the first things that popped up. I'm like, wait a minute, what? It looks like Bluto cut some. Boy, if he had me and Julio down by the schoolyard on that album, I would search for it right now. Man.
I'm not seeing it. I was trying to get more information, but here's a. Oh no, that's not him.
Oh no.
He is just a bad, hateful guy, right? You know, there's no depth he will sink to. It's like, I'm going to get out of here with my wounded caveman and make a lot of money, and you are going to distract the T-Rex. It's like, you're going to send a woman and a child out of the cave to be devoured by a prehistoric beast? Being killed in a rock slide was way too merciful for what he deserved.
He was way bad on that. He was like, I forget what he said about the kid says, I don't like you. I'm gonna run away. And he goes, go ahead, see what I care. You know? Go ahead, run
and
off.
Then he goes, come back here.
Juggle, and then but then what's the other time he tells him? They're where's Julio? Nobody can find Julio. Nobody's seen him since he ran away. So.
I love him so much.
I love him so much. He's so good to me. I'll go look for him. And then they get away, and he said, well, what was he wearing before? Who cares? We're after the caveman.
Yeah. My career in Neanderthal trafficking is coming to fruition.
That's right. I wish my mustache were a little longer that I could twirl it. You know he's bad when you see him. He's like the only guy wearing a hat, and I don't know. It's just everything about him is just.
Well, and then there's dinosaurs.
Dinosaur.
You know what? There's dinosaurs in it.
Yeah.
I love that second shot in the middle with going against the
miniatures look pretty miniature-y, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. When they're animating it through the sand, it's like, okay, it doesn't look.
I was a little concerned at the underwater shot. And I went, oh no.
Yeah.
Then they pulled them out of the water, and I went, oh no. But then they came alive.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I love stop motion and everything, but I gotta say the puppetry was not half bad.
Yeah.
Right.
They got some good motion. It wasn't just a hand puppet. They got some good hand motion, and this the special effects crew here, and especially one that I've got some slides on, especially important. But these are the folks who did a lot of not Harryhausen or Jim Danforth quality, but if you need some stop motion or some monster stuff, the Hua Chang and Gene Warren, these guys were competent, and they would deliver.
And I think those two and Tim Barr had a company.
Was it Project
AAR.
Unlimited? Oh, okay.
That sounds right.
They did a lot of the stuff for Outer Limits.
Yes. Very good. Yes. So yeah, that's a crew. Well, and then of course,
the man
Marcel Delgado.
Marcel Delgado is one of these. So little is known about the projects he worked on, everything except for the one big one, King Kong. He was Willis O'Brien's monster maker. He was the guy who actually constructed the puppets and the armatures, way ahead of its time. A lot, you look at even stuff from the Lost World. Yeah, the puppets are a little crude, but they even thought to put air bladders in them so they could show breathing, which is something most of these wouldn't do.
Yeah.
His later stuff, the problem is his later stuff after Mighty Joe Young is like you can see the two-headed monster from Jack the Giant Killer, and the stop motion puppets in this movie. He was not given enough time to do what he liked to do, which is, if you look at that bottom picture, this is an unused one of the unused puppets from Mighty Joe Young. He would build the skeleton and then create the muscles out of cotton and dental dam and everything to imitate the actual muscles attached to the armatures, so that when the creature bent, when you moved it, the muscles would flex correctly, more or less under the latex skin. It's astonishing. This ultimately wasn't used. The detail on this is phenomenal, because the problem was these things had to be constantly fixed. You know, during the making of the movies, they would get loose. And so you had to cut them open, tighten up the screws, and patch them back together. And if it was too complicated, that made it difficult. So I think he was given a certain amount of time to make the dinosaurs in this movie, and then abruptly told, no, actually, it's going to be half that time. So they ended up doing, I believe he made the skeleton. I know for Jack the Giant Killer, supposedly they cast it in a big block of foam rubber, and then they just cut away the foam rubber and sculpted it over the skeleton. The exact, not the way it would be done for a Harryhausen movie, where they would actually make a clay creature, cast that, put the skeleton inside, put the foam rubber over that, and you get a much better product. But he was immensely talented and mostly uncredited. So they don't know what movies he worked on, because, other than one or two interviews that he gave.
I think Mighty Joe Young was another one that was.
Yeah.
He was known to have been on, but yeah, I'm not even sure. I remember looking him up when we did King Kong, and it was like what was that, Chad? Like 5th episode or 4th episode?
Yeah,
or something
one of
like
the
that.
early ones, yeah.
I had never heard of him. I think they must have talked about him on something on the Blu-ray or whatever. But yeah, I didn't know this even now. It said he was revolutionized the technique in the stop motion industry, because before that they just used clay models.
Or just wire armatures, and you couldn't really get very precise movements out of that.
So yeah, making those armatures with the
talented man.
Very cool. It said that he ran away from Mexico during the Mexico Revolution in 1910. His family moved there when he was 6. He wanted to be an artist. And the story that I remember is that I forget where he was working. He worked at a grocery store, or convenience store, like a local grocery store. And Willis O'Brien liked him. Apparently that's where he shopped or something. And he asked him to come work for him. And he didn't want to do that because he was making money. Wasn't a lot, but I think they said $14 a week or something like that. And he wanted to be an artist, but he wanted to be a real artist, not a pretend movie artist kind of thing. And O'Brien got him to come with him to show him his studio, and that was all it took.
Yeah.
And then he started working with, and worked with him on Lost World too. Yeah. So just an amazing character that
and wasn't credited in this movie either. Unfortunately,
no, he's not.
One of those technicians who does good work, but.
Well, they don't credit Willis O'Brien either, who also was brought in as a consultant for.
I mean, if I'm making a movie and I've got anyone who is a gaffer, best boy, key grip on King Kong, I'm putting on the poster from the people who brought you King Kong.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. So anyway, they do have a list of stuff that he was in. He did. Oh, Mary Poppins too. Perils of Pauline, Mary Poppins, Fantastic Voyage, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, War of the Worlds, miniatures. All of these are uncredited. Wizard of Oz, some miniatures.
Had to be the monkeys.
It's just terrible that they don't.
It's a mad world. He had to do the ones that when they were swinging around the thing.
Yeah, that was one of Willis O'Brien's last.
The Most Dangerous Game, all the way back then, Son of Kong. Anyway,
Fantastic Voyage. You said that, right? He did some of the miniatures.
Yeah. I just went down this list in Wikipedia. I'm not looking at it. Anyway, pretty incredible stuff. And that I think it was Jack Harris that went to Willis O'Brien to ask him about. Mostly, it sounded like to ask him about how how you had to shoot things differently for stop motion animation. You know, how to set up the shots and stuff is what it sounded like. It was sort of,
yeah.
What do you have to do different when you make a picture like that besides the act of it? And I think those other guys, I assume, Gene Warren and Watching and was it Tim Barr, that they did mostly the stop motion photography.
I would think so. Yeah.
Maybe.
And there are a lot of technical details, like things you don't think about. You know, you've got lights on the sets and everything. Any variation over the course of a day is going to show up, you know, on ruin the effect if things are flickering and all. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. There's a reason why so few people can do it or even try.
Well, they didn't shy away from, you know, they put people in the foreground with the monsters behind them. They put them the other way around. They had multiple layers.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Anything else? Everybody, this was so much fun, Bill.
Yeah,
I started laughing as soon as Betty fainted underwater. I was primed, and I just kept laughing every time.
I'm glad you all liked it.
Like that.
Oh, we do have to mention the cinematographer, Stanley Cortez. He was also a cinematographer for Night of the Hunter.
Really?
Wow.
Oh well, that's
Very
a
good.
So
some gorgeous
Yeah.
cinematography in that movie.
So, you know, that might explain some of the color and some of the wider shot things that you mentioned.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, and also Ronald Stein was the composer who's done. He did a bajillion of those kinds of movies during that time period. Last Woman on Earth. Anyway, he's got 78 of those during Zontar, the thing from Venus.
Oh, geez.
Spider Baby. Bloodbath. Voyage, Prehistoric Planet. Some westerns. Anyway.
Yeah, Angry Red Planet, which we just did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes. And I did. We forget to mention these. For some reason, you know, I looked at that name and I thought that sounds familiar, and I didn't check it out. So good catch. Daphne nominated. Oh, it did the cinematography for The Magnificent Andersons.
Wow.
Emerson.
Dang. Yeah, beautiful.
All right, guys. Final comments. Anything else we haven't mentioned?
It's a great. I honestly had fun watching it from beginning to end, and and that's all I could think about too. Man, if I was a kid and I saw this when I was a kid, it would. I wished I had seen it, you know, earlier.
You do get taken in right away, and I felt like that time just rushed by and it was over, and it was a lot of fun.
Like a movie, yeah. I was glad to see that my nostalgia. Sometimes you revisit these movies, like, wow, okay, I guess you got to be 8, but this one, no, because I'm still probably about as mature as I was back then. But
that's when I forgot to put this quote in there, Chad. The one where he says, "Dumpy shouts out, 'He's here! Sound the alarm!' And then he goes, 'Dinosaurus!'" He screams out really loud from the tower. I was like, "Oh, Dumpy, really know what you're there for." All right.
Yeah, go pick up that trash, Dumpy.
All right. Well, we do have some feedback, folks.
Yay.
If we should get into that. So scrolling on down. Oh, there it is. Feedback. Aha! First one up. Episode 212, Reptilicus. I think Bill picked that, didn't he?
Probably.
Sounds
Sounds like
Andy,
something to do.
from Andy L. Bill, can you take that one?
Sure, especially since he helps me out here. Andy L says, "Crew, while I saw this a number of times in the 60s, I haven't seen it since then. Definitely remember the tail growing, but a lot of the rest is pretty hazy in my memory. As an 8-year-old, I know I enjoyed it, but not too sure how it would hold up now." For Bill, the Twonky based on the story by Kuttner and Mohr, is on YouTube. I did watch it a few years ago, and it is a rather odd movie, but you have to enjoy anything with Hans Conried. And he was thoughtful enough to include the link to
the YouTube
the
link.
Twonky. As always, enjoyed your discussion, Andy L. Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks,
check
Andy.
that out.
Appreciate it, Andy. And I forgot,
Nice.
gosh darn it, I forgot to copy his new one over. He's the one that said Manhunter was more horror adjacent, and then I asked him what was his definition of horror, and he actually replied, and it's sitting in my email box. So we'll catch you next time we're out, Andy. All right, episode 214, the Ghost Breakers. That was Chad's pick, right? You want to take that one?
No.
Oh, that was Doc's pick. Doc, why don't you take that then?
All right. This is from Chet. As always, I enjoyed your show. I'm amazed, though, that none of you seen Scared Stiff, which I consider the best Martin and Lewis movie and even more enjoyable than Ghost Breakers. Ooh. As a kid, Martin Lewis films fell into the same category as monster movies, comfort food for my juvenile brain. The main reason Scared Stiff succeeds is that it's a remake, which means it got a proven script. Director George Marshall recycles most of the sets and most of the dialogue, with a pleasant exception of the overt racism in the original. Of course, Dean and Jerry work in some of their nightclub routines, but none of them distract from the storyline. And when you've got a broad story about ghosts and zombies, it's perfectly appropriate to throw in some mania and physical comedy. Hope you get a chance to check it out. Keep up the good work. Chet.
Thanks, Chet.
Podcast listener Chet. I love.
Thank you,
somebody with a name.
podcast listener, Chet.
I mean, I thought that was you describing you as podcast.
No, that was his name.
That's his name.
Oh, okay. Sorry, podcast listener Chet.
So anyway,
He's just Chet to you because you're buddies.
I checked out the Martin and Lewis ones, but I don't think that one was available streaming, or you had to, or it was pay-per-view. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I looked for it.
I used to love Martin and Lewis. I haven't watched them for a long time, and I somewhat fear I grew out of it.
Yeah.
But, all right, episode 215, Faster Pussycat Kill. Well, let's go to Daphne, because that was Daphne's pick. Yeah.
Okay. This is from Jose. Hi, Jose. Oh boy, I've never seen this one, but sure I've read a lot about it. I'm writing this at the beginning of the episode, and I'm looking forward to listening. Thanks. Well, I hope you liked it.
All right, Jose. We can't wait to hear. Episode 216, Torture Garden. I think Chad is the only one left. A couple short ones there. You want to do those, Chad?
Okay. Dan says 2632. I think Ozzy Osbourne borrowed the Creeping Flesh as lyrics for his song Devil's Daughter, Holy War. That very well may be true. That's not one of my favorite Ozzy tunes, but that I paid attention to very much, but could be true. I hope it is. I'll check it out and see.
Yeah, and 2632 just happened to be where it was when we showed. I can't remember if it was Peter Cushing or Freddie Francis, and had the Creeping Flesh.
The Creeping Flesh, yeah.
Up there. There wasn't anything we said about him. So Retro Game Man Dan, you've given us some homework. And from Christopher Miklos, who's is a filmmaker, friend in Wisconsin. Where are we at? Doc, you want to take that one?
Oh, sure. Just caught this one for the first time on Tubi earlier this year. Loved it, particularly the final posing. Can't wait to give the pod a listen and hear your take.
All right. Well, we can't wait to hear it too.
Yeah.
And Christopher, once again, I put this up once before. You got to give some props out here. All right. Christopher is also a published writer. He has a book available called Tick Town.
Ah, yes.
Giant ticks.
Oh,
Tick.
oh boy.
Right.
Giant blood-sucking beasts invade a sleepy burg.
Sounds Perfect.
There's a tagline.
Don't like ticks.
Let's see, $4.99 on Kindle, and I imagine it's available on paperback as well.
They want to suck your blood.
Mm.
I wish I could say I had read it, but I haven't, but I plan to. Let's see here. Thank you, Christopher. And that's it for those regular ones. Now, I have to ask for apologies here, but I have this one to play. I don't know if you guys... I had this. I was going to play this when we did Torture Garden, but I forgot. So Dennis Lancaster was a regular commenter here and gave us lots of long comments about, or is a regular commenter here. Lots of long comments about movies and his experiences and people that he knew in the industry and stuff like that. That was very good. Well. Should I bring this up or not? He sent us.
Got to now.
I'm going to skip right to it. He sent us a Halloween greeting by voice because of his mascot business. He does voices as well. So this is like a second generation. I mean, he recorded it to send to me, but the way that he sent it to me, I could not download it from that location, and so I had to play it on my computer and record it on my phone. At the same time, so that's the recording we're getting. But it's a Halloween greeting by a group of people. Here, let's give it a shot here.
Greetings, Gruesome magazine. This is your Uncle Boris speaking, and I certainly hope that you have a wonderful Halloween. Isn't that right, Yetch? Ooh, Dr. Frankenstein. Gruesome magazine makes me fall to pieces. How do you do, Grue-Crew? Me, Wolfie, and Mr. Hyde want to wish you a very happy Halloween as well. Isn't that right, Wolfie? Ow! Hyde, Hyde. Oh, excuse me, invisible man. I didn't know you were there. I've heard that one before. There you go. A Mad Monster Party greeting to the Gruesome magazine and Grue-Crew. My best wishes to all of you, my friends. Take care.
That was cool.
Thanks so much.
The best. Thank you.
He was apologizing for his Wolfman because his he had some surgery not too long before that, and his voice hasn't recovered yet. So
it worked fine.
I thought it was
I thought it was
It
great.
was great.
Yeah.
It was
Dennis,
so much fun.
we love you, buddy.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah.
So,
I hope you're feeling better.
Looking
That was
forward
awesome.
to more. And sorry I didn't get it before, although it still would have not been out at Halloween. But it's Halloween year round here.
Yeah,
That's right.
anytime.
So thanks everybody for the comments. Dennis, Christopher, Miklos, Retro Game Man, Dan, Jose, Luis Herrera, Lapron, podcast listener chat, and Andy L. And Andy, next time I'll pull out your definition of horror after I make sure it's okay with you that we share it. Well, I haven't read it yet. It wasn't a comment he made. He didn't send it as a comment. So.
Quite the tease you are.
Yes, I am. I'm sure he'll be fine. So thank you guys, and we love comments. So please make comments on the Gruesome Magazine YouTube channel, or you can send an email to feedback@gruesomemagazine.com. You can also check out our Facebook group at Gruesome Magazine's H&R and DOH Podcast Facebook group, the website, gruesomemagazine.com, and yeah. There's
Lots
stuff.
of good
We're
reviews on
everywhere.
the website too.
There are. And I'm just going to throw one out. I went to Oz Perkins' Creeper a couple days ago. By the time this comes out, it'll probably be too late to catch it at the theater. But oh my God, it's like I'm probably going to go to it again. I was. If you like stuff like Blackcoat's Daughter or Longlegs, this will be right up your alley.
Nice.
That's my review. All right. Well, we do this every 2 weeks. And next up, we have one chosen by Chad. Chad, you remember what your pick was?
Yeah, I do. And before we do the podcast, everybody open up your old Superman comics where the ads are and order your X-ray glasses, because we're going to do 1963's X, the man with the X-ray eyes.
Ooh,
Ray Milland.
Yes.
Roger Corman.
Yes.
It's going to be good. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And a bevy of great character actors. I was looking at the cast. All
Rare
right.
serious role by Don Rickles, and I think he knocks it out of the park.
This
I love Don
Right.
Rickles.
That's
Yeah.
right.
This
I
one.
love that.
I'll have to think about this or not. If I don't want to reveal my the pervy tendencies of my youth.
Oh, we already know.
What? I'm so shocked.
Too late. Too late. Okay. Well then.
We should all take our shirts off of this and just film ourselves from the shoulders up.
Yeah. I'm going to leave my first 3 buttons open here so you can see my chest hair.
Well, or time it. A button every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Or just put a
Yes.
skeleton there and just shake it as you talk.
Catch us again here in 2 weeks for another great horror movie of the classic era, as only decades of horror can do it. Say good night, guys.
Night, everyone.
No
Good
pervy
night.
story?
Good night.
Night.